Welcome to Math TV with Professor V. I thought it would be fun today to see if you could spot the difference between these two integrals and then also notice how that changes our approach when solving both of them. Okay, so if you want to pause the video and give it a try, I'll give you a baby hint. Both of them do require u-substitution. However, you need to let u be something different for each of them. Okay? All right, so hopefully you already noticed the big difference from the get-go is the argument in the numerator. In this first integral, we have sine of 2x, and then over here in this second one, we just have sine of x. So that will affect things. With this first integral, I would rewrite sine 2x using the double angle identity. And why would I do that? Because here I have cosine squared x, not 2x. So I'm inclined to switch everything so that all of our trig functions have argument x, not 2x. So I'm going to replace the numerator. Do you remember your sine double angle identity? With 2 sine x cosine x. And then this is 1 plus cosine squared x dx. And then I'm pretty sure I've done this integral before on my YouTube channel. So we'll just save it off to the side. Now over here, there's nothing to replace, right? In fact, we're ready to go ahead and do a u-sub. Yes. Do you see a function whose derivative is sitting somewhere in the integral? Well, I know the derivative of sine of x is cosine x, but that won't help me. So if we tried letting u equal sine x, du would be cosine x dx. I don't see that. I have a cosine squared, but it's all the way in the denominator. So no, that's not going to work. So let me try it the other way around. If I just let u equal cosine x, du is negative sine x dx. And that's pretty much what we have. We just have positive sine x dx. So let me move that negative to the other side. That means negative du equals sine x dx. That's perfect. So now I can rewrite this integral all in terms of u. Let's put that negative outside, du in the numerator, and then instead of 1 plus cosine squared x in the denominator, we're going to have 1 plus u squared. Do you see it? So cosine of x is u, so now I have u squared down there. And then hopefully you recognize, okay, antiderivative of 1 over 1 plus u squared is tan inverse of u. Just keep that negative. So this is negative tan inverse of u plus c. And then go back, replace u with what it originally was. So u was cosine of x plus c. All right, very good. How are we doing? We're okay? Great, so that one's done. Now, the first integral that I kind of abandoned is going to take a different approach because obviously the same u substitution won't work. I can't let u be cosine x because du is negative sine x dx. We have sine x dx, but then I have this extra cosine here. So try something different, okay? And this is where we're going to go ahead and let the denominator be u. So we're going to let u be 1 plus cosine squared x. And before I find du, I want you to rewrite this as cosine of x, put parentheses, and the 2 outside. It's going to help you when you find du because we have to apply the chain rule when we take the derivative of the right-hand side. Oh, excuse me, this should just be u, not du. I got too excited, please forgive me. Okay, so now let's take the derivative. So du equals, derivative of 1 is just 0. I'll write that down though, so you know we thought about it. Plus, bring the 2 down front, leave the quantity in the parentheses alone, subtract 1 from the exponent. Now, this is going to stay cosine x, and then this is where, yes, we have to apply the chain rule, multiply by the derivative of what's inside here. So the derivative of cosine x is negative sine x dx. All right, So du equals -2, I'll put sine x, cosine x, dx. That way you can already see it's matching the order of everything in the numerator, right? 2 sine x, cosine x, dx. So again, let's just move the negative over to the other side. So negative du equals 2 sine x, cosine x, dx. And then we can rewrite our entire integral in terms of u. So this is negative integral. In the numerator, I just have du over, this is the part that's different, okay? Oops, I wanted a highlighter. The entire denominator is u. So I just have negative du over u. You see how last time when we u-subbed, we had 1 plus u squared because u was only cosine x. This time u was 1 plus cosine squared x. And then antiderivative of 1 over u, it's natural log absolute value of u plus c. And then I'm going to go back, replace u with 1 plus cosine squared x, so negative ln. I don't have to keep writing absolute value because 1 plus cosine squared x will never be negative. And that's my final answer. So notice they look very different, and the entire approach of u-sub was very different as well. So here's the thing to keep in mind, okay? If you just have one lonely little sign, then just let u be cosine of x to the first. Don't add the exponent in there because you want this to get absorbed as your du, right? But if you have something more involved in the numerator, then you can let u be a higher power of a trig function, because then when you take the derivative and you apply the chain rule, it'll match up more nicely. And this is important when you move on to learning how to do trig integrals, okay? Which in the video lectures is just the first couple in the Calc 2 video lectures playlist. So I would check that out if you're starting to look at integration techniques for trig functions. And hopefully this was helpful, enlightening, and interesting. Also, you could have, if it occurred to you, just to let u be cosine squared x, it would have worked just fine. And then here you would have 1 plus u in the denominator, 1 plus u here, and then you're good to go. So it doesn't really make a difference. Usually I will throw a constant in when I pick u, because the derivative of a constant is 0, and it just makes life nicer. Okay? Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you need more full-length video lectures, check out the playlist. I have them all organized on my homepage. You can also catch me on Instagram and TikTok at MathTV with Professor V. Take care, you guys.